1 year ago, I started learning Blender to pursue my dream career, and here's what I have learned so far. And also, I will give you 3 points that I stick to that will help a lot of beginners. So watch till the end of the video because I will show you how this tip helped me improve my work from this to this. But don't neglect other points, because most of the people that start with Blender fail at step 1, which is give it time. I had a previous experience with 3D softwares like Unreal Engine because I wanted to create video games, but it was a very slow and painful process because I find it programming very hard. My smooth brain couldn't even comprehend blueprints. I tried to use Blender to create assets because it seemed so cool to me to see all those people creating their own guns and environments. But because I was overwhelmed not only because of Blender but also Unreal Engine, I quit. So I can't stress it enough. Give it time. I know that it sounds basic, but you won't believe me how many people quit because they give up too fast. But 1 year later, I discovered something that got me back to Blender. Lego. When I was younger, I loved making Lego stop-motion films and I wanted to level up. So I downloaded Blender again and started learning. I learned pretty quickly and got better and better with every project and finally started to understand Blender. After a few projects, I decided to set a real deal and make my first real animation. Because I still didn't have much experience with Blender, I chose to recreate a few scenes from the Batman movie. Looking at it now, it doesn't look very good, except for this, it goes pretty fucking hard. But this was my first animation project and I was only getting started. And this leads me to my second point, which is start with something you like, but also small. A lot of people see sculpting cool character montage, they get excited, download Blender and nothing. They don't know sculpting, so they quit. Again. That's why you should start with something that looks interesting to you, but it's also not so hard to learn. For me, it was Lego animations, but for you, it can be something totally different. And remember, there will be still time to sculpt that cool character that you want to create. I did a couple more projects, and even in the middle of that, I started a meme page on Instagram dedicated to Lego animations. But we don't talk about it here. This be doing some numbers though. But after a few months, I started to become dissatisfied with my work. Something was missing. Realism. I had a decision to make. Either I continue doing Lego or I try something entirely new that might not even work out. But I decided to go all in on the new chapter of this journey. Well, at first I failed miserably. But I quickly discovered to learn one thing at a time and not try to create a cinematic masterpiece as your first project. So now we come to the final lesson. Learn one thing at a time. Don't try to learn everything in one project like modeling, animation, composition and so on. Have a project dedicated to each category and you will quickly see how much faster you are improving in those topics. When I finally realized that, my art became so much better. As you can see, I started slowly improving my renders and around that time I started uploading them on this channel. So make sure to watch the in-depth videos on how I did them later. I also started participating in render challenges such as Endless Engines and Boss Fight, which both are some of my best work. And now we come to today, when I am mostly preparing to create my first short film. And by preparing, I mean doing courses for creating realistic faces and animating, which are both pretty good, but also very hard. But also writing the story and doing world building. But as you can see, I'm only getting started with Blender, so subscribe so you won't miss my future projects, which include earlier mentioned my own Cyberpunk short film, but also I am making a very cool video about AI animation, so you don't want to miss that. Also, I will be making a tutorial on how to make cinematic shots in Blender, because I think a lot of beginners want to know that, so let me know what would you like to know from the video like that. But if you want to know in depth how I created this Halo scene from scratch, watch this video.